glorious little video is protected by fair use. It is for free. It is not for profit. It is for the purposes of criticism and commentary. This glorious little video is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Please like this video. It takes half a second and it's free to support my channel. Like this video. Subscribe to all of my channels. Hit the bell button. Select all notifications. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Enjoy. This video is an introduction to the dragon and the order of the dragon and dragon symbolism and how dragons are connected with some of the most brutal of this realm and some of the so-called, quote, elite that are royal bloodline related families. This is a dragon that I made many years ago, and I was thinking of a video game at the time. Nostalgia from like the 1980s. There was a arcade video game, Double Dragon, where you would fight all these characters going through in street fights and stuff, using elbows and kicks and punches and flips, and it was just, I thought it was a fun game way back in the day. And yeah, that's what was coming to mind, was a dragon. So that's what this is. If you want to be a paranoid fool and think, well, he's an artist, but he's drawing a dragon, so that means he's Illuminati, or he's a Freemason, or he's connected, then you must be a complete fool at that point. A paranoid idiot, and I've never wanted your kind on my channel to begin with, because I expose a lot of things here and I reveal a lot of truth about how this realm really works. So if you think drawing one dragon or two dragons or three dragons, or maybe I'll draw 50 dragons, maybe I'll continue to draw dragons, and maybe I'll draw other things like maybe I'll make some unicorns and more Pegasus and you know, a Medusa here and there, and a wolf and and eagles and whatever I feel like, right? Ravens, of course. But some people don't understand artistic license, the ability to draw and paint whatever I feel like from my imagination, with no shackles on my imagination, no bounds, and that's a kind of freedom in a slavery-driven hell realm that I enjoy, and I won't allow any amount of idiots on the internet to take that away from me. I'll just ban those people, and they can stick at the low-level shield channels and stay there for eternity if they want to. Good for them. They can stay put.
Why did you choose the title Epstein, the Dragon, the Apple, and the Butterfly? There's obviously the butterfly comes back here as well, to the blue butterfly. You were talking about, you've got MK Ultra kind of connotations to the butterfly with the monarch butterfly. So why did you choose that title?
So monarch mind control. Okay, that's what that is. Monarch mind control, and it ties in with SEX, slavery, SEX, kittens, and also Disney. Notice the Mickey Mouse ears, the Minnie Mouse ears, and the Minnie Mouse bow there on this one, and Magic Kingdom. Okay, this is all over the media as well. There's tons of magazine covers and magazine photo shoots with models using this symbolism. Excuse me, I'm kind of straining my voice here a little bit, but
with the monarch butterfly. So why did you choose that title? It's a lovely title.
Because when I was taken to the island, I saw Epstein shift in front of my eyes. It was very, very frightening, and it's just something that I had to explain to myself because I saw him turn into something. And if someone else told me this, I wouldn't believe it, but unfortunately it happened to me. So I had to look into it and try to find reasons for it to explain it. You know, it's not an easy thing to talk about because I can understand that a lot of people wouldn't understand it if they haven't seen it. Do you mind if I just have a puff of a cigarette? Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we keep going once.
Yeah, sure. Do another.
Because she's nervous. I know what it's like. Excuse me. I know what it's like to be a smoker. I'm not a smoker anymore. I quit years ago, but I know what that's like. And I don't know if she's an artist. I'll have to look into her. I just stumbled upon this video and decided, hey, Juliette Bryant, hopefully she's not related to the organic wine drinker, but she's from another country, so I don't know if she's an artist, but it looks like she has a framed piece of artwork here and some artwork there. She very well could be an artist. She have artistic license to draw and paint whatever she feels like. It's called freedom of expression, and I really get tired of people trying to control that in this realm. They call themselves, quote, truthers, and what they really are narcissistic control freaks, paranoid idiots, paranoid fools, low-level idiots, control freaks, tyrants, and authoritarians, and they just want to control everyone. That's what they are. So, and for the ones that say, well, you've exposed, Layla or whatever, I think it's a different situation when she was posing with her hand over her eye in every third picture. Stuff like that. It wasn't just her artwork. It was the way she was posing in her photos, covering, like she knew what she was doing, and she was showing books that were witchcraft, Kabbalah related, Jewish mysticism, all that sort of stuff. So it goes above and beyond just some drawings or paintings, with a dragon or this or that. So if people can't distinguish between the two, then you've got mental issues or IQ issues, and I can't help you. And I don't want you either. It's the other thing. I don't want you around me. I don't want low IQ paranoid fools around me for life. Here on YouTube or in real life, as they call it. Not really real life, but you get what I'm saying. That's the expression, IRL, in real life. Or anywhere beyond here. I don't want them around me, ever. Ever. Because I see them as basically as annoying and sometimes as dangerous as the evil ones that have more power in this realm. I don't want them around. I don't want them around. I don't see them doing any good here. They make false accusations. They're paranoid idiots, and they're foolish. They have very low IQ and very low knowledge, but they have big mouths for making accusations about people they know nothing about. I've never wanted to be around those people my whole life, those creatures, since I was in kindergarten, when I could spot that a kid could be capable of making false accusations and tattling and saying this kid did it and blaming someone else. I never want to be around that type. I don't trust them, never have. And unfortunately, there's a certain percentage of, quote, truthers on YouTube that are exactly the way I just described. And some of you follow them. So that makes you pretty bad too, pretty gullible, pretty stupid as well. I'm going to be blunt here. I don't think everybody is smart, okay, that calls themselves a truther. Not at all. Some of you, it's going to cost you. I'll go that far. I'll tell you things that they won't tell you in other channels. If you're that gullible and you follow these liars and losers, you're going to walk right back into the recycling bin, following liars, because I don't know what's wrong with you, but you don't have the discernment to be able to tell the truth and see who's telling the truth and see who puts out real truth. You're fucked up. And you belong in the low-level channels. You don't belong here. Okay? Put it that way. You just don't. You really don't. You shouldn't be getting this information for free or at a cost or whatever. Shouldn't be at all. You really don't deserve it. Those ones. Go back to the shill channels. Go to the low level with the scum. It's where you belong. Act like trash, and you can stay with the trash.
5 minutes on top of this anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So was this a theory that you were familiar with before?
As a smoker, I got to say that was very weird. Unless that was edited, I'm not going to fixate on it, but it might be relevant. It just looked like, I don't know what kind of puffs, but she didn't like take drags and inhale, and it just seemed weird, really strange. Doesn't seem like a real smoker, so it just seemed odd to me what she did there. That's what I noticed. So.
Okay, let's do it. Once.
Yeah, sure. Do another 5 minutes on top of this anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Maybe they did, but the first puff definitely didn't look like an inhale. It just looked like somebody that's taken their first drag, not even a drag, puff on a cigarette. I mean, very strange. Very strange.
So was this a theory that you were familiar with before? Was this the first time you heard it? So there was no suggestion in here. This is something you weren't aware of.
No, I wasn't aware of anything like that. You know, a few years later, my mum started actually researching David Icke, and my mum knew about the whole reptilian theory, and you know, so then I sort of clicked what I'd seen. Because, you know, the thing is, it wasn't actually like reptilian, it was more like an alien, like dragon, and that's when I looked into the Draconians, you know, the Draco law, you know, also the Order of the Dragon, the royal family are all apparently part of the Order of the Dragon. Also their descendant, Vlad the Drac, used to drink blood, Vlad the...
Okay, so within this, you see this. See that? See that? There. Sigil of Saturn. Balmoral. I think that's their castle in Scotland. And there's the royal crown with the cross on top. And cross there and the fleur-de-lis. Another interesting symbol in itself, right there. I don't know if I'll go into it in this video. Not sure how long I'm going to have this video, but interesting belt tied there. Belt buckle. Blue ribbon, 33 for ribbon. The red and the blue. Red, blue. Okay, red, blue here. Blue, blue, and the red. Red here, blue there, and the blue ribbon. So the guy, it has the Freemasonic colors, and you mix the red with the blue, and you get royal purple, and it's a royal logo for Balmoral, right? That's how they do things. It's on many levels here. It's the way they do it. Crown tied in with the cross. Say, well, Stephen, that's a Templar cross. That's not meant to be a Christian. You know, well, it's the same fucking thing. It's all tied in together. Knights Templar. Just like the Knights of Malta are tied in with Christianity. And they also have a Maltese cross, which is different from the Templar cross. What am I getting at? For the people that are new here, they're all one at the top of the pyramid. They're all one bloodline, and they're all connected. Whether it's the royals, Christianity, Freemasons, Satanism, Sigil of Saturn, the whole Saturn, the whole black cube, black cube that the Jews wear on their foreheads, and the black cube in Mecca that the Muslims of Islam circle around and around and around. And the black cube of Christianity, which is the new Jerusalem on earth, the new heaven on earth, it's all connected. It's all one. It's all one. And they want you to be all one. They want you to give up your individuality and your independence and who you are and just assimilate with them. Be merged in with them. That's what demons want. And that's one way that you can spot a demon. When they say shit like, you will be assimilated, you're going to merge or whatever, fuck them. Okay? They're worried about me. That's why they attack me. Because they know I'm going to seal them in here. They're aware of that. They're aware of that. And there's ones on my channel that are just beginning to see it, even over the months, and they've said, Stephen, you really make them come out of the woodwork. Well, just as I said I was going to do from the very beginning of my channel. I said, you're going to see the demons come out because I'm going to make them come out. Was that just confidence by me? You think it's just a confidence game? You know, the con game? No, because it's really happening. And there's people that don't even like me commenting on other YouTube channels, right? And they're saying that they don't like me or whatever, they don't like my channel, but they see what I'm doing and they see that I'm getting results and that I'm doing what I say I'm going to do. And that's what's happening, you know? So there you go. They say what I'm saying keeps coming true. And they've said it in comments on channels that I've exposed, like Christopher Sedera's channel, for example.
Paler. You know, so I looked into a lot of history and it sort of, it explained. But I saw him shift into something. It only happened once. But I've never seen anyone else turn into anything like that. And it happened. It was like a weird hologram and it had like big black eyes. And so it happened.
Big black eyes, and it wasn't quite reptilian, but it was esque.
Yeah, it was like reptilian, draconian, alien sort of thing. It was like, it wasn't like the usual reptilian pictures that they...
So I wouldn't call it a reptilian at all. Excuse me, I would call it a demon or an entity or an archon. Take your pick, but this whole draconian, reptilian, that gets you into the false, fake space stuff and the fake planets and, oh, they're here from another planet and all that bullshit. And it can be explained away without going down the fake NASA solar system that they show you, which is a psyop. Okay? So that's the reason for me saying. But then again, no matter what words I use, people are going to be thrown off. If I say archon, people say, well, you're a Gnostic then. If I say it's a demon, they say, well, you're a Christian then. If I say it's an entity, they'll say, well, are you saying it's an alien? Do you believe in UFOs? That's what that's the level most people are at, unfortunately. And I'm not speaking about my viewers, speaking about most people in this realm, whether they're normies or, quote, truthers, or, Christians on YouTube or whatever, right? That's what level they're at, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate because there's no language to use. All they want to do is jump to conclusions and attach it to something. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Gnostic. I'm not a believer in UFOs flying through, quote, outer space. Okay? Got it? I'm not a David Icke follower, so I don't say reptilian. Okay? I don't say reptilian or lizard people or, or that, remember that British guy with the fish? Codename Love Bum 33? Something like that. Kept saying about me, he's a demon, mate. He's a demon. He's fucking insane. That's what he is. He's just fucking insane. He's a demon. He says he's not from Source, and he's not returning to Source. So what is it then? He's a demon. That guy. He called me a Draco or something like that. Like people are ridiculous and foolish, and false accusers and liars in the quote truth community. So I never group myself in with that shit. And I try to avoid labels for things. But again, if I say, oh, this is she saw a demon, we'll say, well, you're a Christian then. People are so fucking attached to that bullshit. And they do that because it's basically a way of avoiding thinking. To attach it to something that's bullshit that's already established. It gives their mind a break from thinking. It's like, oh, I can avoid thinking then. I'll just say they're a Christian. I'll put them in that group. I'll put them in this category, this category. It's lazy. It's lazy-minded. And it's fearful. And that's what lazy-minded, fearful people do. They'll never think about these topics as much as I do. They'll never come close. They'll never delve as deep. They'll never research as much. This might sound arrogant, but they show it. They show it all the time. As soon as you speak about something, they try to do what I just said. You know? If I say, well, it's an archonic being, well, you're a Gnostic then? Like, it's lazy-minded. It's really lazy. And they've been that way their whole life here. Perhaps many lifetimes. So I don't expect much from that kind. I don't expect much thought from them at all on anything. Just like sometimes they come to my premieres and they're in my live chats and they're just stupid. They're lazy. They're stupid. I mean, they're functioning at such a low level. I don't even know how they do the basics, the basic essential things for survival. Because they're just really functioning at a low level. Truly are. They wouldn't in a million years be able to even focus on a 1 or 2 hour long video. For me, that's nothing. I don't have to strain myself to focus on something for that amount of time, but they have no focus left at all. No attention span. Nothing. Just nothing. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. I don't know what else to say, but they make lame jokes. They make stupid things. They're just rude and crude and stupid. So I hope they enjoy the recycling bin because that's where I think they're going. I don't think being lazy-minded gets you out of here. Because I think if you're lazy-minded here and you don't care about knowledge and truth here, that carries over once you're out of your body. And these things that I'm showing on the screen or anything that's close to this, have a fucking field day. They'll have a blast playing with them. Okay? So enjoy it. Make your stupid jokes here. Say rude, insulting, stupid shit. You know. Be headed for something that's just going to play with you like a cat with a mouse. And then send you back here. So good job. You blew it. And you might never have a chance in your next lifetime because you're going to get mind wiped. And you might come back here and never encounter this information in your next lifetime. Perhaps never again. Perhaps this realm changes so much that it becomes basically impossible to get out. And you blew it. Should I feel sorry for you when I'm trying to hand you something valuable and you're spitting in my face? No, fuck you. You're stupid. Fucked up. Too bad.
And
So
it
had
happened.
Big black eyes, and it wasn't quite reptilian, but it was esque.
Yeah, it was like reptilian, draconian, alien sort of thing. It was like, it wasn't like the usual reptilian pictures that they draw of people but I saw it, and it was like, and I was, when I looked at him and saw him as that, I decided to look away and look back at him, and when I looked back, it was him again.
Obviously, there is something very strange about, EpiPen, Steinman, the creepy boy, the creepy creature, this creepy creature right here, This is a creepy, creepy creature. Okay? And I've realized there are conspiracies that he never existed, he was fake, the whole thing is just staged, that, that island, no one went there. There's all this, they put out disinformation, they put out many theories. They muddy the waters. The ones that rule the media and rule this realm and rule the banks and control everything, they're very good at muddying the waters and having people following a lot of bullshit. That's how they do it. And it works for the most part. It doesn't work on everyone, but it works on a great many. And it works in the similar way to, the whole old Bible story of the Tower of Babel and babbling, right? In various languages, babbling in 150 or 200 languages. Changing our languages so that we can't understand each other. Well, it's similar with putting out disinformation, muddying the waters with bullshit, Have a clear glass of water, pure water, and just throw mud into it. It's all muddied up and you can't see through the glass anymore. Your view's not clear, it's muddied waters. That's what they do. They know how to do it. They know how to do it. They know what they're doing. And it works. Okay, so I really can't click on most of this stuff because YouTube will come after me for a capital C right violation with this kind of stuff, right? From New York Post, Independent, these mainstream news sources. So if I click on anything like that, that's what's going to happen. But apparently she's a former model, Juliet Bryant. So it names him, right? Dig more into the story by doing a search and reading on your own. Again, I wish I could share this on YouTube, but it doesn't work that way. I should be able to share some images like this, thumbnail size, but not articles, because they'll come after me. Okay? So there are things that make people question what's really going on here. There always are. For example, why is she doing this pose? That is the sign of Osiris. Okay? Why are her shoulders this way? Look at the size of the head. Look at the width of the shoulder. You could fit her whole head there easily. That's 3 heads wide. Okay? Look at the length of the fingers, the size of that hand. But this sign here with the hands, arms this way and the hands that way over the chest is the sign of Osiris risen. Aleister Crowley would be proud of Juliet. Jules? Jason, Jules, I don't want to assume their gender, but you know what I'm getting at, right? Why does this look so fake? It does. Why would he be posed this way with that expression? Just looks like it's been photoshopped in there. It's weird. Whole body language, the whole thing is strange. My microphone boom stand, as soon as I move it, it's going to squeak like that, but not gotten the old WD-40 or anything out to use on it, but very strange. Very strange. Where's the hips? Oh, Stephen, she's skinny. She's a model. Of course she doesn't have hips. That's what they'd say. Am I accusing her? No. Am I wondering? Yeah, of course I am. Because most models in this realm tend not to be well, we'll just say the most feminine beings. Put it that way, to try to be safe for YouTube. So she's South African. Where's the lower spinal curvature? Where's the butt? Does that look more boyish? Look at the legs. If they didn't raise one leg that way and kick that way, would they have a hip at all? Or would it be straight? They're taught to pose so that it looks like they have hips. But if they don't, they're more straight up and down, right? A long arm, isn't it? It's a long arm. I'm just saying, maybe she is built differently. I can't say conclusively. I'm just pointing out some things here, that's all. Okay? Because it's very tricky. Am I saying that there aren't creeps at the top? I'm not saying that at all. But is this Epstein guy real? Is he an AI creation? I don't know. There's something weird about this whole thing and about it. Okay? There is something very strange about it. I don't know why that image is so low resolution blurry, but something very strange about this thing here. The low-level baby quote truthers would say he didn't, off himself. Well, no shit. I'm going a little bit deeper than that. Was this thing real at all? Was this, what really happened here long before that bullshit ending? Because if it is real, it's probably still alive, is what I'm saying. That's my outlook on that, was initially that it's probably somewhere either on an island or living it up in Tel Aviv. And some would say, why would they do it in Tel Aviv? That, they could easily, nobody would say anything there, okay? I mean, it's the way it is. And anyway, never mind. They don't get the reference to Tel Aviv. They don't understand. They just don't understand. It's okay. It's okay for the people that don't get it. Some never will. Very odd. Like, that's very odd right there. I want to say about models and supermodels, people have become so accustomed to these models looking manly in many ways. Like when you take the makeup off them, take the makeup off the face, they don't look like that at all. So much can be done with makeup. But why do they have bodies that have no hips, no real breasts, okay? No body fat at all, wide shoulders, usually pretty tall, long arms, long legs. Oftentimes they're 5'10", 6 foot, 6'1" maybe. I don't know how tall this one is, but what am I getting at? They look like tall, skinny young men. That's what they look like, with long hair and makeup on. Their facial features with the cheekbones. So I am seeing some images here. But I mean, that almost looks photoshopped in there. It's weird. That's just weird. Something off about that. There's something off about a lot. This whole thing. I'm not saying, oh, this guy's AI and AI creation didn't exist. Do I leave that on the table at this point? Yeah, if I'm proven wrong, great. Still won't change anything, unfortunately. You know, but do I think the official story's correct? No, I don't. Okay? I don't. We had a video taken down and strike given against my channel for covering something similar, topic similar, so. People that don't have YouTube channels don't quite understand the restrictions that you have in video versus you have more freedom in a comment or a chat room. That's the way YouTube is. If you don't get it, you don't get it. So, if you don't get it, just don't talk about it because you don't know about it. You don't understand. Creepy creature. Creepy Clinton. Creepy Clinton. Yeah, that's odd. Did they just? It looks like they just put a box and highlighted this and kind of changed the color a bit, added like a glow to it, a reddish glow. Highlight him, I guess, but there's something odd about his property as well in New York City and who owned it. I remember there were some details about that. I probably can't even go into that on YouTube. I'm so fucking restricted, and I don't feel like getting another channel strike. But a lot of odd things about that place that others have gone into. Okay, I'm going to hop on over here for a little while, okay? Order of the Dragon. And you see here the dragon with the tail wrapped around the forked tongue, forked serpent tongue or dragon's tongue. And that's just like NASA, the red fork that goes through the NASA logo. And here's the double cross. You heard the term double cross me? You know, double cross someone? That's the double cross. Right there. I mentioned it already, but you don't have to believe this. For the people that are at the level of the low-level truthers, the truther sheep that say, I don't believe that, I don't believe that. That's what Drew was doing on Chalk Body Outline. I don't believe that. Well, good. You don't have to believe anything. You don't have to believe in the soul trap, reincarnation, the mind wipe. You don't have to believe that this realm is designed for suffering. You can go right, you can head straight into the blue recycling bin. You could sit in there right now if you want to. You don't have to believe anything. You don't have to listen to anything. Somebody could be talking. You can tune them out completely and just, wait for your turn to speak and not listen to anything and not learn anything. It's what many people do. It's very common. Free to do that. Oh, I don't believe that. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to believe anything. Vlad Dracula, really. Order the Dragon. There's also a theory that Vlad saved Europe from Islam by doing what Vlad did. So there's different ways of viewing things. Are we given true history? No, of course not. Of course we're not given true history. They never give you true history. Though in China, here's the Imperial Order of the Double Dragon. The video game, and there's 2 dragons there. Chinese dragons, right? Which are different than European dragons. Or European style dragons, we'll say. Yes, the magicians use this. And here's the one eye inside the pyramid. Eye of Horus, Order the Red Dragon medallion. The dragons, they have a long history. Chasing the dragon with opium, right? Addiction. Slaying the dragon. It's always with knights slaying the dragon. Freemasonry. Double cross. This is on video, actually, on YouTube. You can find it, where they are related. He's a descendant of Vlad Dracul, or Vlad the Impaler. Okay? Royalty here, royalty here. I made a joke years ago saying that he has kind of a stake in the country, as it were. And he owns land there. Okay? So yeah. There you go. Queen Elizabeth II is related to Vlad the Impaler, making Prince Charles the heir to Dracula's bloodline. Dracula was somewhat based on Vlad the Impaler. Interesting stuff, though, isn't it? Well, I think so. I mean, if I make this a live premiere, I'm sure that some of the chat will be talking about the weather or something, but I mean, I find this kind of thing kind of interesting, but... Bloodlines. Queen Elizabeth II is not only related to Vlad Dracul, Vlad the Impaler, but also a relative of Prophet Muhammad. Okay? Fascinating, isn't it? How they're all related, and how they fool the masses all the time. The masses think they're all different, and they're all one bloodline, like Hollywood and the presidents of the United States are all bloodline related. That's how it works. Matt McKinley, a popular YouTuber, is a descendant of President William McKinley, who is from the presidential bloodline, and McKinley bloodline, like all U.S. presidents, is royal bloodline. So Matt McKinley has a royal bloodline connection. He's a trusted, quote, truther on YouTube, but you can't make this stuff up. Be like Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie or someone giving you, quote, truth on YouTube and you lapping it up. 100,000 of you. You know. Obviously, there's not even close to 100,000 or 90,000 or whatever on my channel, but he's got a lot of followers, and that's how it works. They love following liars, and they love following ones that are connected. They love it. They never ask Matt, hey, Matt, how do you make your money? Matt, how did you retire at age 42? How come most people can't do that? How did you manage to pull that off, Matt? You own your house with no mortgage at age 42? How do you do that? How have you paid your bills for the last 10, 12 years without working? You never even asked for donations on your YouTube videos. Like, well, who's funding you, Matt? You know? Doesn't matter to most people, though. You get duped very easily. If you're duped here and you refuse and reject the truth and you attack truth speakers here, good luck to you beyond here. Good luck to you. Here you go again. Newsweek, the Queen of England is a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. Here she is covering up her head, her hair here. Good for her, right? Good for her. Good for her. And good for her followers, all the British that worshipped her for decades. What did she live to? Was she almost 100? Generations by the millions have worshipped her. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Round of applause. You're just brilliant. And then when you're shown the truth, you attack the messengers. It's not just they didn't know. That's the excuse that a lot of truthers use for others. Well, they didn't know, Stephen. Well, they've been shown right here. And they'll still worship her. And that's the way it works. It's the way it works. They can be shown the truth. It's not just they didn't know. Somebody can go out of their way and take their time. Like I'm taking my time right now, 48 minutes into this video. I've made many hours of videos showing lots of truth about this realm. Doesn't matter. People that don't want the truth. You can show them the truth and they'll just reject it immediately. And they'll attack the person speaking the truth and they'll defend the ones like this. She's known her whole life that she's a descendant of Muhammad. Why didn't she tell you that when she was 16, 18, 21 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old? No, it's just coming out recently. And you don't find that strange at all, not at all. Not at all. They set you up and it works like a charm. And then some people might be clued in a bit and say, like a charm? Well, do you mean like magic? Yes. Yes. Like magic. Like you've been under a magic spell your whole life. Okay? Might not be comfortable, might not make you feel good, but it's true. Good for you. Some are just waking up now. Great. Glad you are. But most of this world isn't. You notice that if you're honest about things, most aren't. Most are still fucking lining up to vote and registering to vote and lining up as slaves. And people say they're awakening. Like, what are you talking about? Talking about. Going right back here. Look at the connections. Connections. King of Portugal. Isabel and Richard, Earl of Cambridge and Duke of York, and over to Edward IV, King of England. It's all connected. It's all connected. You have it. You have it all. Muhammad Ali, but it's funny. Go. People that are just listening, I'll read it. Historians believe Queen is related to Prophet Muhammad. Great, isn't it? She's probably known that her whole life. Not kidding you. They can keep secrets not only for one lifetime, but for generations. No problem. No problem. Not even going to comment on that, but hours of video on this guy, and they're in the same club. What do you mean? He's from South Africa, and you don't understand. You don't understand then. He's a Knight of Malta, so is she. Both Knights of Malta. He's a real player on the world stage. Isn't it interesting how they have to cover up this way, but they're allowed to wear all this makeup? She obviously has makeup on, lipstick, and I don't know if that's eyeliner, eyeshadow. I'm not sure what that's called, but her eye, that's not natural, obviously. She's done makeup on those eyes. I don't know about the eyelashes, but there's around there's makeup. And on the face, there's makeup on there. You know. Interesting, isn't it? You're still allowed to deceive you that way by wearing something that's fake up, makeup, fake up. I love how modern women say they want a guy that's real and authentic and not fake, and then their whole face is fake. I mean, it's funny though. It's funny to me. It really is. I mean, women are allowed to do that. They can look completely different. They take off, like her beauty could probably be wiped away with a wet wipe. You know, one of those bathroom wet wipes, or you get what I'm saying. But she's real, right? And guys these days are fake, apparently. So everybody's seen this before, probably on social media years ago, right? This is a bad picture of it. For some reason it's blurry, but that's her belt buckle, and it's a pentagram and the Freemasonic compass and square. Masonic, Satanist, it's the same thing, and so is Christianity. You could put Christian symbols in there, a cross or something. It's the same thing. Masonic Satanist belt worn by the Queen's nurse. And the red and the blue, Freemasonic colors, and you mix and you get the royal purple. I'm not sure what her brooch or brooch, whatever it is. We call it a brooch here, but I think I've heard people from other countries say brooch. Call it a brooch, but anyway, a woman's brooch. Interesting how even simple words are pronounced differently. They have people so fucking messed up that way. Make things that much, little things just difficult. I'm not going to analyze all of these images, but, excuse me. Red Cross, I think that's St. John's. But the Brits use it for some award as well. Is covered up with just like the Muslim ladies. I don't know why so many of these fucking pictures either take so long to load or they're just fucking blurry. I don't know what's going on, but so red dress, blue. I don't believe this is feminine, we'll say. I won't assume their gender, but the red and the blue and then the red carpet, right? Oh, by the way, the red carpet, when they have a red carpet or they have a red carpet event, and this is true about their existing name, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, sounded too German, and it is. She's not British at all, you know. Not British. They're not British. The royals are not British, but the red carpet is a bloodline. When they, quote, roll out the red carpet for celebrities at events or award ceremonies, they're rolling out a line of blood, a red line. Red carpet, and it's in a line, it's a bloodline. So some would say, well, why do they roll it out for Hollywood? Because most of them are bloodline related. Okay? They have royal blood in them, going way back. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and whoever. I don't know the names of the recent crop of them, but I don't watch Hollywood. But if you look into it, you'll see what I said is the truth. Look at this. The tiny hats. The tiny hat connection. Isn't that wonderful? It's not just wonderful. Of course it is. People love it. Love it. Yeah, Great Britain, you're being replaced. It's all part of the plan. You know? You gonna wake up? Of course not. That's Mission Impossible, trying to fucking wake people up in this realm. Okay, so I remember looking into this years ago with the female Illuminati, Michael Tessarian. Obviously, his last name is not really Tessarian, as usual. And he's also a denier of flat Earth completely. He did years ago. Denied it outright. Called people stupid for looking into that. Etc. But he did some work on this enclave of supremely powerful females, masonries, whose existence has been kept secret for centuries. is the existence and history of this Medusan or Stygian serpentine sisterhood or female dragon court, which intrigues me personally, he wrote, and which has never before been exposed to the world. I believe this group's history is traceable not only to ancient Egypt, but to pre-Diluvian world, to Atlantis. Okay? And these days, as soon as you mention women being involved with Illuminati, with evil, with power, they immediately say, well, you're a misogynist, you hate women. I mean, just people are just at such a level that everything they say, you're a hater. You say anything that's true. Of course women have been involved with evil throughout time, and they are today. And if you think that women at any level, working class, middle class, upper class, billionaire class, can't be evil, you're really fucked up. You're really messed up. It's you that's messed up, in other words. It's you that's messed up. Here's Mandana, right? Female Illuminati book, The Sisterhood of Death Exposed. YouTube trailer. I remember seeing an interview of his on YouTube years ago. There used to be a lot more material years ago with Tessarian's work. I don't know if he deleted a lot of it, if YouTube did it. I don't know what the story is with that, but I kind of moved beyond what Tessarian was speaking about, his topics and research, and went off at some point really on my own path years ago. So anyway, there's the Baphomet, or as Russian Vid says, Baphomet. Baphomet. Imagine Dragons. Freemasonic pose. Right eye darkened, blacked out, right eye blacked out. Symbols behind him. Pentagram star in the helmet. It's always right there. But that's nothing unusual. It is that way with every musician, every band. If you look into their photos enough and their interviews and cover art and everything else and their song lyrics, always there. Always there. Maybe I should say it again. If you're one of these people that thinks women are not evil or have never been evil, never had power, never done evil or things in this realm or been part of it, you're messed up. You're really messed up. You don't understand this world at all. And I would also go so far as to say it might keep you here. And I'll even go further than that. Maybe you deserve it. Maybe you deserve to stay here if you think that just men are evil and bad and women are innocent and they've been victims throughout history and never held power. Maybe you're so messed up that you shouldn't be out of here. Maybe you should be in here until you learn better, until you're less biased, until you learn some truth, and you stop vilifying one gender. Maybe you should stay here to learn. From the female Illuminati. Always with the robes. Club of Rome. The Order of the Garter is what they're dressed as there. That's that particular uniform with these flowing robes and these hats and everything. Knights of the Garter. Knights of the Garter. Okay? It goes on and on and on in this realm. And for the people that don't understand, at the top levels, it's all connected. So if you're looking at the connections in the gutter, you might not see it. But at the top levels, it is all connected. Okay? It's like mimicry, more recent times. Like they're playing that they're Illuminati, pretending to have a ball because they got all excited finding about the Rothschilds' famous balls in the old days at the chateaus. That's probably what this is. They're probably just low-level witches and wannabes these days. Looks like mimicry to me. But they're mimicking something that's actually going on. Okay? And they're so dumb they wish they were in it. I don't get it. So here's the double cross. A bit more ornate than the other ones that I showed earlier. Wish I could remember the name of this weapon. It was just on my mind when I saw it, and then I just went out of my mind. I had it on the tip of my tongue and I lost it, but it's an interesting weapon because it's here, and it also looks like a cross. But it is a weapon. It can be used as a spear and used as like not a flail, like a hook type of, not an axe, but it's a combination weapon, and I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to move along before that drives me crazy. Royal coat of arms, of course, has the red dragon with the blue. Red and blue, Freemasonry. Like, why would it have blue nails for its claws, right? And a blue tongue? Because that's intentional. Obviously. Go through this very quickly. This is basic stuff that I'm sure a lot of people who've been looking into this have come across a long time ago. Monarch mind control, right? And the monarch used in images to cover one eye this way, often. Okay? It's used very often. And it's very well known at this point. Because it's been all over the place for decades. In advertisements, on billboards, in magazine ads, in movies, in TV ads, photo shoot, you just name it. It's been all over the fucking place. With music videos, album covers, on and on. It's in music, Hollywood. It's all over the fucking place. Okay? I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with this and they've seen them with the butterfly tattoos as well. That's another way that it's used. Also used in song lyrics. They love symbolism. do slaves do? They deny truth, they deny connections, they attack messengers of truth, they deny evil, and they worship evil, and they call it good. That's what Catholics do. They worship evil, and they call it good. That's what they do. What's the difference between Catholics and Satanists? No real difference. It's the same shit. Same shit. None of this is new. Most of us have seen this 8, 10, 12, 15 years ago, some of it 20 years ago, some of these images. Not new. Seen it in YouTube videos, probably Facebook memes. If you used to know anybody on social media over the years like me, posted images like this so many times, it's nothing new. So I'm going to move forward from this. This is what I wanted to show you. Standing on a red carpet, bloodline written behind, Netflix. Okay, Netflix. Even that, you're in a net, right? But here's the bloodline. Roll out the red carpet, it's a line of blood. That's what it represents. They're part of the bloodline. Maybe a fourth cousin, fifth cousin, sixth cousin, whatever, but they have the bloodline. They have been initiated. That's why the red carpet is used. Red carpet symbolizes a literal bloodline. And then they put it here, bloodline. Okay, I don't care if that's a new show or premiere on Netflix. This is rubbing it right in your fucking face. Bloodline, and here's the bloodline on the floor that she's standing on. The red carpet is the bloodline. Represents the bloodline. And if you looked into their genealogy, you'd find the connection to royalty, the bloodline. Okay? That's the way they do it. It's the way they do it. It's how they get down in Hollywood. They rub it right in your face. They take your face and they rub your face in it. And they say, look at this. They're not hiding it. Okay? Or you could say it's hidden in plain sight. You could say that popular phrase. Been used by truthers a million times, but a lot of times these days I like saying they rub it right in your face. That's what they do. Because they know most people are not going to see it. And if you see it, you're not going to be able to convince your family that what I just said is the truth. Bloodline, red carpet, bloodline. That represents the bloodline. Okay? And that's how they do it. That's why they do these red carpet events. So you could say, why do they always choose a red carpet? Well, there you go. It's about blood, because blood matters. Okay? Understand? I hope so. They're showing you as clear as day. They couldn't be spelling it out even more. Maybe they could say, maybe in words, hey, this is the bloodline. Of course, I know some of the media would say, what do you mean, the show Bloodline on Netflix? We're standing on the bloodline. They can't make it obvious enough for you. Why would they zoom in on this red carpet fashion award? And red carpet and put bloodline. Like, what do you think this is about? What do you think they're trying to do by showing you that close up there? Okay? What do you think they're trying to do? They're trying to rub your face in it. That's what they're trying to do. And most people absolutely love it. They love it. They love it. They love being deceived and having their face rubbed in it and not understanding it. Way more than they could ever love the truth. Most people in this realm hate the truth. They reject it and they attack it. You can get upset. You can do whatever you want. But that's what I see going on. I see it all the time. All the time. Their first reaction is to attack me when I share any truth with them. How they react. It's not that bad, but I'm going to give a warning again here. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of this stuff might be disturbing to some sensitive viewers. There will be some blood shown. So if you find that disturbing, just don't watch this part of the video. All right? It's not bad for me. It doesn't bother me or disturb me. I looked into this stuff long ago. Long ago. But it might be to you. So they do love to show you. They love to rub your face in it as much as they can. All-seeing eye, separated, hovering above, just like on the dollar bill. Almost the same thing there. That's Madonna from way back. That's probably like 1985, 1986, something like that. We're talking a long time ago. So for the ones that are baby truthers that just think, Madonna just sold out. I mean, she sold out before you ever knew her name. She wouldn't be famous otherwise. That's how it works. You don't get it. You don't. People that think, oh, they just sold out before she got 100 or 200 million net worth. No. Okay? Long ago. Long ago. Some of you weren't even born yet. And they had already sold out before you were even born. And you just don't understand. And there are still some that keep coming to my channel. They just don't understand. I'm not putting you down by saying this. But this is really basic shit. For the people that get all excited whenever once in a while I show this in a video. You're getting excited about stuff that's really basic. And for the stuff that you really should be getting more excited about, you don't seem to understand it. Okay? Unfortunately. Like the soul trap stuff and near-death experience. You go nuts over this stuff and it's like, you know, this is old news here. This is basic shit. Really basic. I could show this every day. You know? And it's no big deal. Well, I mean, it's not good, but it's just, it's not something that, it's not surprising. It's just common, okay? It's ordinary. This is low-level truther channel stuff. Any channel could put this on. This used to be all over YouTube. There used to be tons of channels covering this type of stuff a long time ago. But Eminem, of course, you know, his fans would say, it's not him, it's the others, you know. Not him, or he's a clone, or they replaced him, or this and that. That's fine. You know, that's fine, but the bloodbath, they do bathe in blood, and they do show you, and it's not just him. It's lots more than just him. That is a ritual that they do, and they also do it publicly. Well, they'll put the images out there, or the video out there, for the masses to see, to once again rub your fucking faces in it. And also, they believe that magic works a lot stronger if they show you what they're doing, and they still do it. Okay? Like predictive programming, or showing you certain events, let's say with The Simpsons, and then they pull it off. They believe that it makes the magic ritual much, much stronger if they've shown you ahead of time, and they still pull it off, right? So there you go. Taylor Momsen. Wonder what happened to her, right? Show bloodbath image, checkerboard floor. Lady Gaga caught performing bloodbath satanic ritual in hotel room. Comes out with these giant horns. Oh, it's just for controversy. It's just for album sales. I mean, people buy the most ridiculous, fucking stupid excuses. Look at the man hands here. This thing. Elizabeth Bathory, I believe, used to bathe in blood. This goes back a long ways with royals. Freemasonic handshake there, Lady Gaga. The red and black satanic color combination that they're very fond of. Red and black. By design. 3 chevrons here. There's probably 3 on the other arm for 33. John Lennon used to be fond of that on his army shirt, army jacket or army shirt. 3 and 3 for 33. They love rubbing everything they can in your face. And people love them for it. I mean, they'll hate me for showing what's going on. And that's what they do. That's what people do. Bloodbath. There's a lot of this. A lot of this going on. A lot of people wear blindfolds because they don't want to see it, because then it would ruin their favorite music and movies, and that's all they have. They don't live in this life. They just watch these famous people fucking live, basically. They worship the shit out of them. They worship them so much they have no identity themselves. They have nothing. They're just empty vessels. Russia's leader, Vladimir Putin, bathes in blood, according to this Daily Star article. Okay, just a quick warning again, there's going to be a lot of blood for this shown, so viewer discretion is advised. For mature audiences only, you might not want to see this. It looks like a bloodbath because it is one. Don't watch it if you can't take it. Last warning. So here we are. This is Milo, Yiannopoulos, bathing in blood. Camera's rolling. It's on video too, not just still images, but this was years ago from what I remember. And victims right behind him, but I don't think this is just a publicity stunt. I think this was a ritual. He was enjoying himself so they could say, oh, it's just about these victims, but no, he splattered blood, pig's blood, in bathtub all over the place. I mean, this is just sick. Okay? It's not what he was saying it was about. It wasn't just a publicity stunt for himself or for attention. It's more than that, okay? That's what they did. So, pig's blood. Or his dark sunglasses and gold chains, and it's just, it's gross, man. It is gross. And it's disrespectful to the people here on the wall and, their families. And it's really, I don't think it was a good thing, okay? Yes, they were victims, but to do this is, and why are they smiling if it's, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're loving it. So it's not like, oh, we're sad for the victims, so we're trying to raise awareness and attention for the victims. Like, look at this. Understand? I think it'll haunt anyone, almost anyone. I don't think people have much of a conscience or morals these days. I don't see much of it in this realm. Realm-wide. Okay? I just don't. Provocateurs, so they think they're being provocative. They did Illuminati, and they just make a mockery, right? What the mainstream media does, the Daily Dot. I don't know what that is, but seems mainstream to me. Having a good old time bathing in pig's blood, right? Love it. This is a dark creature that fooled a lot of people. How a shallow actor played the bad guy. The rise and fall of Milo Yiannopoulos. Not going to say about his sexual preferences, but let's just say they're not very conservative or traditional. Okay? Let's just say this is a Freemasonic pose right here. Okay? Right here. Caught him right here. Let's just say his fans for years would not recognize that. Breitbart. Right? Which is controlled too. Everything is. So people don't realize. Do you get anywhere obvious of this? It's got the shades on, right? And the 666 and the stars, the inverted pentagrams here, as you can see, point down. And the red and the blue, okay? Red and blue, 666. And I think he might be covering up his eyes. His eyes might be looking like either black eyes or maybe some lizard slit pupils. And he doesn't want that showing, you know. But he has a darkness about him, which maybe you can't see it, but it's obvious to me. Right in the eyes. Right in those eyes. And then he'll tell people he's a Christian, okay? And talk about sucking black D, right? But he's a Christian. He's a Christian. He's a Christian. So this was his bathtub, and he's a Christian, full of pig's blood. And that's Christian, somehow. Do I think people will fall for anything? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Taped mouth is the same as the finger over the lips, sign of silence. That's the Freemasonic sign of silence. So anyway, I'm really not trying to wake up, quote, wake up people that are at a low level. I think most of them choose it, and they're shown a lot of truth, and they choose to stay there. That's what I think. Mainstream news. Okay? And they don't always use their own blood. They're using the blood of others and young and stem cells, and they're calling them vampire facials. Okay? Tied in with Vlad Dracul and with Elizabeth Bathory. The bloodline, right? Royalty. The royals have bathed in blood for centuries. Now they're sometimes using stem cell blood and vampire facials at home, and also blood from babies that have been Planned Parenthood will say. Okay, I'll put it that way. Trying to share truth on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't like the truth, of course. This is mainstream media news. What is a vampire facial? Extreme anti-aging treatment. They also use the blood from foreskins of baby boys, or they grind it up and make it into facial creams for these women. I mean, a boy's body doesn't matter. Their beauty matters more. Okay? These mothers and sisters and, aunts. Body parts of boys don't matter. This matters more. How young they can make their face. Okay? You understand what's going on here? I'm going to end it right here with a feminist, maybe an early feminist, you might say. Elizabeth Bathory. Countess Elizabeth Bathory. Have you heard of the OG of all vampires, Elizabeth Bathory? She was a really empowered woman. That's what modern women are about. They're about power, not being about feminine, nurturing, caring, sweet, giving men and children peace or homes or... No, they're bad bitches, they're boss bitches, they're seeking power, power hungry. So most women want deep down, it seems like. They want power over others, over children, over society. So this could be their role model right here. I've heard some say that it is. Heard some feminists say that, yeah, that's what it is. That's who their role model is the demon, Countess Elizabeth Bathory. The witch, the demon. They love it. They love it. Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess. So that's about it. I'm going to end this video here. Hope that you learned something from this. I'm not sure if I'm just going to upload this as a video or live premiere, but hope that you got something out of this. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hope that you have a good night. Bye.